The protagonist, Sarah, descends the creaky wooden steps into the dimly lit basement. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something acrid. Whispering nervously to herself, Sarah said, "Hello? Is anyone down here?" Sarah's flashlight beam dances across the concrete floor and up the walls. She shines her light along the walls to inspect the basement. She turns on her phone flashlight. The walls were covered in long, deep scratch marks, fresh wood shavings still on the floor. "What the?" Sarah exclaimed, shocked. Her stomach twisted when she saw the last carving. It was her name. Did you know? Space is completely silent. Even if two astronauts screamed as loud as they could, you wouldn't hear a thing. That's because sound needs air to travel, and space is a vacuum with none. Space isn't just empty, it's the quietest place in the entire universe. AI draws better than humans? Would you believe me if I said AI can draw better than humans? There's an AI called Midjourney. Type just a few words, and it creates a masterpiece in seconds. Midjourney creates masterpieces in seconds. People use it for logos, comics, and even fashion designs. And yes, some AI art has already sold for thousands of dollars. Some AI art sold for thousands. So is this the future of art or the end of human creativity? Future of art or end of creativity? Future or end? The phone rang. An unknown number. I answered. Don't come into the kitchen, Sarah whispered, her voice shaking with fear. It was Sarah, her voice trembling. I turned. She was right next to me. In the kitchen, a shadowy figure stood by the sink, a sinister presence in the dim light. It was late. I couldn't sleep, Sarah said, her voice ominous. I decided to check the security camera, Sarah said ominously. A man was standing outside, Sarah said, her voice ominous. He was smiling directly into the lens, Sarah said, her voice ominous. My breath caught when he waved, Sarah said, horrified. Because I was watching from my bedroom window, Sarah said, horrified. And he was waving at me, Sarah said, horrified. The deepest part of the ocean is called the Mariana Trench. It goes almost 11,000 meters down. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. At that depth, the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. And yet, scientists have found life down there. Proof that Earth's mysteries are far from solved. AI draws better than humans? Would you believe me if I said AI can draw better than humans? There's an AI called Midjourney. Type just a few words, and it creates a masterpiece in seconds. Midjourney creates masterpieces in seconds. People use it for logos, comics, and even fashion designs. And yes, some AI art has already sold for thousands of dollars. Some AI art sold for thousands. So is this the future of art or the end of human creativity? Wake up at 5 a.m. for 30 days and your life will change. Most successful people start their day before the world wakes up. At 5 a.m., no noise, no distractions. You have hours to read, learn, and work on your goals. It feels like unlocking a secret level of life. Try it for 30 days. You'll either quit or become unstoppable. Do you know why most teens stay broke? Because they waste all their free time on gaming, scrolling, and watching others succeed. The truth is, every hour you waste is an hour someone else is learning, building, and getting paid. At 15, 16, 17, you have the biggest advantage in life: time. Use it wisely, or regret it later.
Would you believe me if I said AI can draw better than humans? There's an AI called Midjourney. Type just a few words, and it creates a masterpiece in seconds. People use it for logos, comics, and even fashion designs. And yes, some AI art has already sold for thousands of dollars. So, is this the future of art or the end of human creativity?
Imagine typing a few words and an AI builds an entire video game, from characters to maps to the story itself. AI game engines are already here, and they're only getting smarter. Soon, anyone could make a game without knowing a single line of code. Here's the 1% rule of success. If you improve just 1% every single day in 1 year, you'll be 37 times better. Most people quit because they expect results too fast. But success comes from small, consistent actions, stacked every single day. There's a natural phenomenon so rare, most people will never see it in their lifetime. It's called a fire rainbow. It happens when sunlight hits ice crystals in the clouds at the perfect angle. The sky lights up with rainbow-colored flames, and it only lasts a few minutes. Imagine looking up and seeing the sky on fire with colors. AI doctors versus human doctors. Can AI replace human doctors? Right now, AI can already scan x rays and spot diseases faster than most doctors. It never gets tired, and it learns from millions of cases. But here's the truth: AI can't feel empathy, can't comfort patients, and can't make moral decisions. So the future of medicine might be humans and AI working together, not against each other. Do you know why 99% of people never get rich? It's not because they're not smart. It's not because they're unlucky. It's because they give up too early. Most people quit right before things start to work. The difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich keep going when everyone else stops. Captions: Why 99% never get rich? It's not luck or brains. They quit too early. Keep going equals success. There's a place on Earth where humans can't survive for more than 2 minutes. It's called the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Temperatures reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The ground spits toxic gases, and the lakes are made of acid. It looks like another planet, but it's right here on Earth. She got a phone call at 3 a.m. A voice whispered, "I'm outside your window." She laughed, thinking it was a prank, until she heard breathing coming from inside the room. Scientists have created AI that can read your thoughts. It scans your brain with an MRI and then recreates the images you're thinking of. Imagine thinking of a cat, and AI shows the cat on a screen. This tech is still early, but one day, your mind might be the password. By 2030, millions of jobs will vanish because of AI, but at the same time, completely new careers will appear. From prompt designers to AI-powered creators, the future belongs to those who adapt. Click the link and watch the full breakdown before it's too late. She brushed her teeth, staring into the mirror. When she stopped, her reflection kept moving. Its smile stretched, wider and wider. Then the reflection whispered, though her lips never moved. "Switch places with me," the reflection whispered chillingly. At 3 a.m., her phone buzzed. A message appeared. "I'm outside your door," the narrator said with an eerie tone. She froze, heart racing. Slowly, she opened her front camera and saw the live feed of herself sleeping in bed. Her sleeping self suddenly turned and smiled at the viewer. "I see you," the whisper said hauntingly. At 6 a.m., her alarm rang. She groggily reached to turn it off 3, but saw her phone screen was shattered, covered in blood. The alarm kept ringing 3 from under her bed. At 2:37 a.m., she woke to a knock at the door. 3 sharp knocks, then silence. She checked the peephole, but the hallway was empty. As she turned back toward her bed, the knocks started again, this time from her closet. Heart pounding, she grabbed her phone flashlight, opened the closet slowly. Inside, she found a note taped to the wall. It said, "Stop opening the wrong doors." Chills ran down her spine as the flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows in the closet. With shaky hands, she stepped back, her mind racing. Her phone buzzed, a new message. "Do not ignore the warning." Her breath caught in her throat, realizing she wasn't alone. No longer sure what was real, she felt the pressing need to escape. And then, another knock, the loudest of them all. Every night at midnight, the old clock in the hall chimed 13 times. She finally went to check it, but found the hands spinning wildly backward. When she turned around, every picture frame on the wall showed her with her eyes missing.